Have you ever wondered how a cosmetic product transforms from a simple idea into a real product on pharmacy shelves? Many people think that developing a cosmetic is just about creating a good formula and putting it in a nice jar. But the truth? This process involves scientific, regulatory, and marketing details, and every single step could make or break the success of your product. I'm Dylan from Cobalt Research, and in this video, I'll walk you through the real journey of developing cosmetics, step by step, from the first idea all the way to the consumer's hands. Let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to Cobalt Research Channel. Before we dive into the technical steps, let's take a step back. The cosmetics industry moves fast. New trends appear every season, and consumer expectations are higher than ever. But while creativity and branding get most of the attention, what happens behind the scenes is what really determines a product's success or failure. Every product that reaches the market had to go through dozens of critical decisions. Scientific, regulatory, and commercial, that shaped how it looks, how it performs, and whether it's even allowed to be sold. At Cobalt Research, we work with clients who come to us with just an idea and leave with a ready-to-launch product that meets global standards. So, how does that happen? Let's walk through the full process, from concept to consumer. So the first step is the concept. It's more than just a trend. Every successful product starts with a solid idea, but not just any idea. It needs to be feasible, well-researched, and solve a real market need. For example, is there a gap in products for a specific skin type? Is there demand for a paraben-free, natural line? Or maybe a niche product for the Middle East or European markets? At this stage, we analyze who's the target audience, what's missing in the market, and how can this idea be turned into a competitive advantage. This research is crucial because it shapes every step that follows, from formulation to pricing, packaging, and even marketing strategy. The next part is formulation. It's turning ideas into reality. Once we clearly understand the concept, we begin formulation development. And no, it's not just mixing random ingredients in a lab. It's a scientific process that starts with selecting actives and excipients based on purpose, safety, compatibility, and manufacturability. Each ingredient must serve a defined role. Does it hydrate, improve stability, enhance absorption? And every choice must be backed by evidence, not guesswork. Let me give you a quick example. If we're working on a skin brightening cream, the company might suggest using niacinamide as the active. Great. But we need to study the ideal concentration that gives visible results without irritation. We also have to choose supporting ingredients that don't interfere with its effect, like panthenol or glycerin, to support the skin barrier and reduce any burning sensation. If we add fragrance or a preservative, we need to assess any potential interactions with niacinamide under heat or humidity. All of these are science-driven decisions based on lab trials, not based on what sells well in the market. We also conduct early-stage tests on texture, color, scent, and stability under different conditions. Every tiny detail in the formula can impact customer satisfaction or regulatory approval. The third part is testing. Once we finalize a prototype formula, it's not enough to rely on how it looks or smells. We need to test it thoroughly for safety and performance. We begin with stability studies to check how long the product stays effective and intact under stress conditions, heat, light, humidity. Then we conduct microbiological testing to ensure no bacterial or fungal growth occurs during its shelf life. Another key part: skin irritation and sensitization testing, especially if the product is used daily or on sensitive skin. Let me show you a real-world example, a daily moisturizer for dry skin. We might formulate it with glycerin 5%, a humectant that pulls moisture into the outer skin layer. Shea butter 3% nourishes skin and reinforces the barrier. Panthenol 1% soothes irritation and improves appearance. Phenoxyethanol 0.8%, a preservative to protect against microbial contamination. Fragrance 0.2%, adds sensory appeal, but must be hypoallergenic. Each component is scientifically reviewed. Is the concentration safe? Are there any known irritancy risks or interactions? Then we conduct patch testing on volunteers, following ISO 24442 guidelines, for example, to make sure it's suitable for all skin types. even sensitive ones. All of this happens before we submit anything to a regulatory authority or begin marketing. The fourth part, regulatory compliance. One of the most overlooked steps is documentation. Some companies create excellent products, but when it comes time to submit the regulatory file, progress stalls or gets delayed. In the EU, for instance, you need a product information file, PIF, which includes everything from the full formula to safety testing to scientific justifications for each ingredient. You also need a safety assessment signed by a qualified safety assessor, and the product must be registered on the CPNP portal. And it's not just about registration. Even the claims on your packaging, like anti-wrinkle or softens skin, must be backed by scientific evidence. If not, the product could be withdrawn, or you could face regulatory penalties. And finally, packaging, branding, and market readiness. Once the product is ready scientifically and regulatorily, we move to how it looks and communicates. Packaging isn't just about aesthetics, it's part of compliance. The label must include complete and accurate information, ingredients list in descending order, warnings, country of origin, batch number, expiration date, etc. We also develop the brand's visual identity and prepare for launch, whether it's through online stores or physical retailers. This is the stage where we bring everything together and show the consumer the final product in its best form. Developing a cosmetic product isn't a one-off process, it's a fully integrated journey. Every step, from concept to testing to registration to launch, must be aligned with one goal: a product that's safe, effective, appealing, and fully compliant with regulations. At Cobalt Research, we support companies from idea all the way to market, not just to help you launch, but to help you launch with confidence and global-level quality. If you have a new product idea, or you're planning to expand your line, we're here to help you build it right, from step one. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned to learn more about your journey in developing cosmetic products, one smart step at a time.